Today we're going to talk about the batteries and the chargers. Basically with power tools, it is all about the battery. The battery is where the real costs are. Now we currently at the moment are only going to run 2 batteries. The first one is a 2 amp hour battery, and this I consider to be a good DIY use. If you don't want to use something for very long, generally around the house, that'll be fine. If you're going to go to work and you actually want something to last, we would recommend a 4 amp hour battery. Not all tools need a 4 amp hour, but just for the length of time you get to use with something like this, the 4 amp hour is better. And in terms of price, the 4 amp hour is more than double the price of a 2 amp hour. A 4 amp hour battery is 4 times the life of a 2 amp hour. It's not double, it's 4 times. And that is the difference. So I've brought in a few of the tools that I use in my toolbox. And as you can see, just look how many different batteries we've got here for doing different jobs. And these are things I've bought over the last few years. On test, I've had a couple of the Total Tool things. They're a bit dirty now, but just to prove that the product's been pretty good. And like I said before, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 power tools here. So to actually use those effectively, I would need to have 6 batteries. And if I use them a lot, especially something like this, I would probably need to have 2 batteries in my box. In fact, I've got 2 batteries for that one, and 2 batteries for this one. So then that's quite a big investment to have a range of power tools with that many batteries, and some of these batteries are not cheap. So that's the whole reason behind this series with Total, is that you really only need 2 batteries, a 2 ampere and a 4 ampere. If you're a DIYer and you don't use it that much, and depends on what you use it on, a 2 amp hour battery is plenty. I've got a 2 amp hour battery and a 20 volt screwdriver here, impact screwdriver, and that's what I use all the time. It's actually quite nice and light. The 4 ampere one is a bit heavier, but a 2 ampere is perfect. You still get the same amount of power out of a 2 ampere as you do as a 4 ampere. It just doesn't last as long. That's the difference. And so there we have it, really. It's just, for me, it's much easier just to have 1 charger, 1 battery. And the great thing is also is we sell chargers. So if you want to have 3 or 4 chargers in different rooms even, or if you're on a job where you are using a lot of batteries, you can have a bank of chargers and several different batteries. But you could have probably 20 tools and only 4 batteries. So your investment in the whole range is a lot less than having batteries with everything. Some of the products actually come with batteries. They either come with a 2 ampere. This is the type of packaging you'll get your first purchase in your drill or whatever. And you'll see on this one, it's got a charger, it's got 2 batteries, and actually in this one you get a little box of accessories, screws, whatever, and even a canvas bag to put your product in, which is great. Now once you've done this, you've got 2 batteries, okay? Now they might be, and they are, a 2 ampere, this type of battery. So once you've got that, if you want to buy any more from the range, then everybody knows in the trade it's called bare. So you get a bare body of a product like this, but it's got no battery with it. So you can take your battery or one of the batteries from this product and use it on that product. So it saves you a lot of money. Like this item here is a compressor. Probably something you wouldn't use very often. No point buying a battery for that, because the odd occasion you would need it, you could just swipe a battery from your other product and put it in there and run. A 2 ampere battery for that is plenty. So that's the way it works. And the reason being is it saves you money. You only need to buy, if you buy a lot of tools, you probably only need to buy 3 or 4 batteries, and then everything will work.